2a. Grammar, clauses of reason, concession, and purpose. Well, first of all, what is a clause? I will tell you what a clause is. Watch. English is easy. Is this a clause? No, it's a sentence. This is a complete sentence. It can stand by itself. English is easy. But this, because I watch these YouTube videos. If you just say, because I watch the videos, that is not a complete sentence. This is what we call a clause. And this clause expresses reason. The reason these videos are easy is because I watch these videos. You can use because or as or since. They all work the same way. You can say as I watch these videos, English is easy, or since I watch these videos, English is easy. All are correct. Or you can use because of these videos, English is easy. Be careful. When you use because of, you must follow that with a noun or an ing form. Unlike because is followed by subject and a verb. I is a subject. Because I, because you, because my mother cooks for us. We eat tasty food. In here we have a noun. These videos or ing, you can say because of swimming every day, I lost a lot of weight. I repeat, because of swimming every day, I lost a lot of weight. If you want to use because, you say because I swim every day. Because of swimming, because I swim. You can use because of or due to. Due to these videos, English is easy. Due to swimming every day, I lost a lot of weight. Or you can just say, due to the fact that I watch these videos, English is easy. You can use any form you like to express reason. Okay, now let's move on to clauses of concession. I got the full mark. This is a sentence that can stand by itself. Although the exam was difficult, I got the full mark. Now here is the clause. It is incomplete to say although the exam was difficult. You need to finish your sentence. And this clause expresses contrast or opposition. This is the opposite of this. When you say that the exam was difficult, people will think that you didn't do well, right? Because the exam was difficult. But the opposite happened. The exam was difficult and you got the full mark. Notice that if you start with the clause, you need a comma after the clause, here and here. But if you start with the main sentence, you don't need a comma. If you say English is easy because I watch these videos, you don't need commas. Or I got the full mark although the exam was difficult, no commas. You can use although or even though, the same thing. Even though the exam was difficult, I got the full mark. Or you can use despite the difficult exam, I got the full mark. Notice something. Just like here, this is followed by a noun or an ing form, and this is followed by a subject and a verb, exactly the same. That makes things easy. Was is a verb, the verb be, the past of the verb be. The exam is a subject. In here, we have a noun. Exam is a noun. Difficult is just an adjective. You can say despite the exam, I got the full mark, or despite the easy exam, I didn't do well, despite the difficult exam. Okay, you get it? You can use despite or in spite of, 3 words, and they work the same way. In spite of the difficult exam, I got the full mark. The same meaning exactly. And finally, clauses of purpose. I study hard. This is a complete sentence. I study hard. I work hard to get the full mark. This is the clause. Why do you study hard? This is the purpose, to get the full mark. This time, this clause expresses purpose. Why do you study hard? To get the full mark. You can use to, you can use in order to, you can use so as to. The same thing. I study hard in order to get the full mark. I study hard so as to get the full mark. If you want it negative, you can insert not here. I sleep early in order not to wake up late. I sleep early so as not to wake up late. Or you can just say, I study hard so that I could get the full mark. Again, this is followed by a subject and then a modal verb. Modal verbs like can, could, will, would, may, might. These are modal verbs, and then a verb in the base form. In here, we have a verb in the base form. You can say, I swim every day to lose weight. Simply a verb in the base form. And we finished today's grammar. It was easy, right? Now, we are ready for practice. Read the text below and circle the correct answer. Although or as I have traveled to many different places, don't stop here. Continue reading until the period. I traveled to a lot of places, but the place that made the strongest impression on me, the place that I liked the most, the best place ever, is Siwa in Egypt. Now, what are we expressing here? Reason, contrast or opposition, or purpose? Well, it is contrast. This man traveled to a lot of places and he liked Siwa the most. Have you heard about a place called Siwa in Egypt? So it's although. As is used for reason. We don't have a reason here. This is because or despite. It is a beautiful oasis. Oasis is a place with water and trees in the desert, which makes you feel relaxed and full of energy. Well, this is the reason why I like Siwa. We need because. Despite or even though there is a road which connects Siwa to the outside world, it's a difficult place to reach. There is a road, but it's not easy to go to Siwa. We are expressing opposition. There is a road, but it's not easy to go to Siwa. So it's even though. Why not despite? There is a verb here. The verb is, just like here. We have was, a verb, and here we have a verb, is. If you use despite, you can't have a verb after despite. By car, it can take up to 10 hours of driving, and by bus, it can take even longer. As you drive, you will feel a little sleepy due to, in spite of, the endless miles. The road is very long and it is straight. You don't turn left and you don't turn right. 10 hours of driving straight, that is boring. And this is the reason why you feel sleepy. We are expressing reason due to, that you have to cover in order to, so that you have to drive for 10 hours in order to or so that get there. Both of these are used to express purpose. We have a verb in the base form here, a verb in the base form, so we must use in order to. Get there. When you arrive to Siwa, you will see the isolated town. Isolated, it's far away from all other places of Siwa, which is surrounded by the desert. The town is beside Lake Siwa, which is an enormous, very big salt lake. In order to, or due to, fully appreciate the beauty, to like this place very much, it is necessary, important to take a trip into the desert. This is the purpose of taking a trip into the desert, so you can appreciate the beauty of this place. In order to. Although, or as, this will reveal, will show you the magic of the Sahara to you. Sahara is the name of the desert. We are expressing reason here. We need as. Remember to pack some warm clothes despite, although the intense heat, very hot weather during the day. Once the sun goes down, once it is night time, the desert becomes very cold, incredibly cold. We are expressing contrast. During the day, it's very hot. During the night, it's very cold. So, despite or although, look, we have the intense heat. We don't have a verb here. Contrast. Here we have a subject and a verb, and here we have no verb. The intense heat, the difficult exam, it's despite. Because or even though the journey to Siwa is a tiring one, it makes you very tired, the reward at the end of your trip makes up for it. It is worth the trouble. You will have a lot of good time. So, contrast, it is tiring, it makes you tired, but you will love it. Contrast, even though. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please share it with friends. I will catch you in the next one, inshallah. Goodbye.